Hi, I'm author Dion Norman, and thank you for tuning into my channel, Recommended Readings. This book I am going to recommend today is very special and dear to my heart, y'all. Very special and dear to my heart. Oh, this author is special and dear to my heart. None other than Dr. Miles Monroe. Dr. Miles Monroe. Single, married, separated, life after divorce. Okay? Let's get straight into it. Oh, I'm going to start with some facts that I wrote. And then I'm going to read from his book. Oh, get the book. I highly, highly recommend this book. Okay, some facts that I jotted down. Remember, I told you it's important to journal. It's so important to help you retain the information. It just sticks with your mind, your soul, your heart. It sticks. All right. So people have confused singleness with being alone. Will there ever be a time when you cease to be separate, unique, and whole? He asking that question. Singleness is being unique and whole. Don't get it twisted. No one should marry until he or she is totally single. When you marry, do not stop being single. Woo, for all you married people. Do you hear that? When you're married, do not stop being single. An individual who is unique and whole. Unique and whole. Who would have stopped being that? What? If you don't see yourself as unique and worthy individuals, then you have a bad self-image of yourself. Woo! Preach, Dr. Miles Monroe. Having a companion was not Adam's idea, but God's. God presents, you choose. Ooh! Listen, what I tell you, this book, Single, Married, Separated, Life After Divorce, so it covered all aspects pertaining to relationships. Whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're separated, or life after divorce, or whether you're divorced. It covers every aspect relationship-wise, even being in tune with yourself. Let me read his introduction, okay? Introduction. There are few human experiences that are more tragic, devastating, and generationally impacting than divorce. Perhaps you will agree that few of us can say we have not been touched, affected, or do not know someone who has been hit by this traumatic social spectrum. I have traveled to many countries with varied cultures, differences, and unique social settings, and I have spoken and lectured in seminars, conferences, and conventions across the complete spectrum of socio-economic stature. I have seen the scars of divorce manifest themselves like open wounds oozing with hurt, bitterness, hatred, and delusionment. You may be amazed to learn that in many of my audiences, up to 60% either have been divorced or are products of a divorce situation. Much of the modern society around the world is experiencing the negative results of this relationship tragedy. In simple terms, divorce is the physical and legal termination of a marital vow that was intended to last forever. Make it last forever. I'm trying to tell you. In counseling thousands of individuals, I must conclude that I have not seen any experience more traumatic than a divorce. Nothing more traumatic than a divorce. The emotional effect is unbearable. The physical toll is astonishing. The spiritual impact is immobilizing. And the social cost can be self-inflicted isolation and low self-esteem. This business of divorce is a very complex issue. Divorce seems to create more problems than it solves. Years later, many still grapple with the spiritual, moral, and religious elements related to divorce. Then there are legal, social, economic, and material settlements, things like of that nature. Most tragic of all is the toll on children and the institution of the family. The ripple effect of such an experience is astonishing in its impact on people even after the event is legally concluded. But have you ever noticed that divorce is impossible without marriage? Marriage must succeed. Divorce is a requirement for divorce. Considering this fact, it ought to be obvious that marriage is more important than divorce. Yes, it is. Perhaps this is the key to making divorce impossible. All right now. Therefore, any exploration of the issue of divorce and its causes is important to every single married, separated, or divorced. As a matter of fact, the effects of divorce are the same for anyone who has ever experienced a break-in or a termination of a well-bonded emotional relationship with another individual. This includes those who are married but separated, those who have been jilted or abandoned by a lover, those who go through death of a loved one, or those who have experienced separation of close friends. The trauma, loneliness, sense of loss effects on the self-esteem, and battles or struggles with bitterness, hatred, and jealousy are the same for everyone who experiences divorce. In this book, we will take a close look at the criticalness of being a single, separate, unique, and whole person in Christ before marriage. The importance of being joined together in Christ in marriage, and the very serious issue of separation and divorce. We will look at the Bible, at what the Bible has to say about these areas. Then, what about remarriage? What do you do with the hurt? How do you forgive? Let us begin. That's the intro, honey. The intro to single, married, separated, and life after divorce. Listen, by Dr. Myles Munroe. He touched every aspect pertaining to relationships. And relationships isn't just monogamous. It can be, with co-workers, with friends, close friends, relatives. All that is covered in this book. Get the book. If you're trying to heal, you need some type of healing, mentally, physically, emotionally, healing, mainly, emotional and mental health, healing. I highly recommend this book by Dr. Myles Munroe. Keep it choosy, y'all, and choose to read a book.
Also, check out my book, I Chose God Over Him, available on Amazon.